Hi everyone, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League for our Sunday evening championship. I'm with the League 2 guys, and excuse me, a bit of an hiccup then. I'm with the League 2 guys, and well, we're already at round 6, so only 4 left in this championship. It seems it's just flying by. It doesn't seem like a week or two ago that we started this, but yes, we are on to round 6, and we've moved over to Italy, and we're at the Autodrome Lago Maggiore. I can never say this, and as you know, my foreign language pronunciation is pretty rubbish at the best of times, but we'll just call it Maggiore. We are on the full circuit as well. It is fictional. 3.6 miles and 17 turns ahead of us. So there are no track names, it's just numbers, but fantastic track nevertheless. Just before I carry on, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and that's W.GG, the energy drink for gamers, and also to Eldridge Air Conditioning. I also want to say a big thank you to Enzo Jack as well for saving the replays for me and sharing them, just so that I can get these replays out to you. It's right. I've had to open the window because it's so hot and it's blowing the blinds and it's blowing everything off the shelf. So it's chaos in this little room I've got, but we shall soldier on. Right, so I'm just going to get straight into it. We're going to crack on and have a look down the grid, and we'll get this race underway, shall we? Now then, Scott has put himself on pole. He's no stranger to being there. He's been on pole at least 3 times that I know of, so he knows what it's all about to be leading the pack. Just behind him though is Enzo Jack in second. Wayne G is third on the grid. Harry Poppins is fourth. Frowny is fifth. Declan, he's 6th on the grid with Bazza in 7th. Aussie Rooster 8th. 9th is Vodka Rob with Pete in 10th, and Firepower bringing up the rear in 11th. So only 11 on the grid, but I'm sure we're in for a great race anyway here in Italy. So we'll get this one underway. Now, it's the first of 2 25-minute races, both been converted into laps, and as you can see that the first race is a 13-lap race. Second one, I'm not sure, I think it might be about 12 laps, purely because we've got a pit stop involved in that one. This one, no stops, everybody on the soft tyres. Rules are just get round as fast as you possibly can. So Scott just takes us through the first of the few corners on this track. Everybody just trying to get a bit of temperature into the tyres, get a bit of a feel. They have been out and done some practicing. They've had 10 minutes qualifying, which is what got them where they are on the grid. But even so, cold tyres, you want to get them warmed up. Softs don't take that long, so we should start to see a bit of battling a little bit later on as Pete goes very deep into turn 5. It's a tricky old turn, that one is. A lot of people get that one wrong, but everybody seems to be through it at the minute, as Firepower having a bit of a look up the inside of Vodka Rob there as they go around turns 8, 9 and then 10. Well, as soon as you go through onto turn 10, you are onto a long back straight, 800 metres long from the exit, and this is where we are now, all the way to the entry of turn 11, just at the bottom of the hill now. Turn 11 is a real sharp, hairpin, almost hairpin turn, very banked, very steep, and you can actually nick quite a bit of the corner off of that one. So all the guys got through there, just a slight gap starting to open up from Pete, who's just heading this group of 4, and just ahead of him is Bazza, but there is a slight gap opening up, so I'm sure Pete's going to do everything he can to try and close that up, and the guys behind him are going to follow him. I'm sure Scott out in front though, still leading. Enzo Jack, well, there's a bit of a gap opening up, but Enzo Jack is keeping him within his sight. Wayne G just sitting there in third, not letting the guys get too far away as they go into turn 2. Now turn 2 is a real pig of a turn. It's you try and nick as much of the inside apex as you can, but it is so tight. Knowing when to get onto the power is a real art form with that one. Look at that for a view. What a fantastic view. If only this was a real track. What a view the drivers would have as they come down the hill towards turn 5. Harry Poppins in 4th then. So these 4, well, they're trying to open up a bit of a gap. Frowny's still there, he's still holding on. Bit of a gap then back from Frowny to Declan. Bazza just trying to keep Declan company. And then we have got a big gap. Oh, Peter's picked up the first of the penalties then, half a second for him. So that'll be for track limits. So Pete will be serving that penalty very shortly. It is on the straight, actually, on this very long back straight. So he's just come through the chicane at turns 9 and 10, and now he's onto the chicane into the penalty zone. Serves his penalty, foot back down on the noisy pedal to try and keep himself ahead of Aussie Rooster, but Aussie Rooster has caught him up at the turn. Oh, and Pete's gone very, very wide and onto the kitty litter, and now he's parked in the middle of the track. Oh, it's a good job the ghosting was on. That could have got very nasty. Let's just go back and have a quick look at that from Pete's point of view. He served his penalty, and Aussie Rooster is a long way back, but that half a second, and it just makes so much difference. Aussie Rooster had got the momentum. Has a bit of a look up the inside at turn 11. Aussie Rooster gets on the inside. Now then, there was a little bit of a kiss there, but well, I don't know. Maybe we'll let the stewards worry about that one. But the result is Pete has ended up out there in the gravel and now down in 11th, and quite a gap opened up between himself and Firepower and Vodka Rob. So Pete got it all to do again. Unlucky start for him. We are only on lap 2, so there are plenty of laps ahead for Pete to catch up, but I'm sure it's not the start he wanted. Back up at the top, Scott though still leading the way as he starts his 3rd lap into turn 2, this tight right hand hairpin. Getting the power down, you're just too far out to the left. Just seen Enzo Jack kicking up a little bit of dirt then. Maybe he's just trying to put Wayne G off, trying to spit a few stones into his windscreen, get a good crack across the windscreen, and Wayne G won't be able to see where he's going then, will he? But he's doing okay in 3rd. We've got Harry Poppins. Let's jump on board with Harry Poppins, shall we, as we go down the hill towards turn 5. This sweeping right-hander, as soon as you get past the apex, you start on up the hill. There is a bit of a camber in the road as well, which can force the car out to the left. And then we're into this S section at turns 7, 8, 9 and then 10. And just as you're clearing turn 10, which is just about to come up now, you are onto that straight. So a quick look behind us, and Frowny's still there, onto the straight, foot planted firmly on the loud pedal. Get as much as you can out of that McLaren all the way down to around about the 50 marker before slamming on those anchors to make that turn. And Harry Poppins made it look very easy, didn't he? Sticking to the back of Wayne G, not letting get too far away. Enzo Jack just ahead of him, and then just in the distance we can just about see the back end of Scott as these guys go around turn, where are we, 14. Lost where we were then. I've moved my map to try and pick something up. Down the hill they go through turn 16 into turn 17. This again sweeping left-hander, and then we're on to the start-finish straight to complete another lap. Current fastest lap at the minute at 156.4, and that was by Scott. And you can see Harry Poppins is in the 56s, but that last lap 5/10 off of Scott's fastest. So they're all about there and thereabouts, aren't they? Let's have a look at Wayne G and Enzo, both in the 56s. So these top 4 setting quite a good pace actually. Frowny in 50 is not that far away. He's also in the 56s. 56.5 was his last one out, so only a tenth off of Scott's fastest. So Frowny having a good start to this race. Then we have got a bit of a gap, and it is getting bigger by the looks of it. Bazza in 6. His last lap was a 58, so well, nearly 2 seconds off the pace of the guys up ahead. So Bazza needs to step it up a little bit if he's going to catch them. He's got Declan just behind him. Declan having a good season actually. been racing with Declan on Wednesday. He had a fantastic night on Wednesday in the BTCC replica. Just his tyres let him down towards the end of the race, so Declan really has come on with his racing, and he's going to be giving Bazza some trouble within a lap or two, I'm sure. Aussie Rooster down in 8th, getting a bit lonely for Aussie Rooster at the minute. He's had quite a bit of that actually, as Aussie Rooster seems to find himself all on his own on the track in quite a few races, which I'm sure he doesn't mind, but obviously your concentration levels start to drop when you're just racing on your own. And then we've got Vodka Rob and Firepower battling it out at the back in 9th and 10th. Firepower just hugging the back of Vodka Rob's car, just happy to follow him round at the minute, look after his tyres, save a bit of fuel, stay in the slipstream. And then Pete, well, quite a distance away, isn't he, after that off he had a lap or two ago. So Pete down in 11th, and race ruined really for him, really unfortunate. Back up to the top though, Scott, well, doing what he does best, gets out in front, stays in front, opens up a gap. The battle really is taking place back here though, and it could be a four-way fight for that second podium spot. Enzo Jack leading just ahead of Wayne G. Harry Poppins is there, Frowny is there as well. Now he's caught up to the back of these three. So as I say, this is going to be a four-way fight for 2 podium positions. Now I'm also going to have a look. I've been told to keep an eye out, and I'm going to have a bit of a look around this car. There is a wolf sticker on the car, on a few cars, and it represents a little private club that they've got going on, and I can't quite see it. I'm probably staring at it, but I can't quite see it. Oh, is that it at the back there? So I know Harry Poppins is part of this exclusive little club, and I'm not sure, I think Frowny might be, I'm not sure. He's got a new sticker on the boot, or on the bumper should I say. The Terminator has to have at least, that's that La Vista, can't get my words out today. Yeah, Frowny, I actually taxed him with putting a different bumper sticker on each week, and he's not disappointed. Well, there's the wolf for Frowny, so he's part of the club as well. He's got the wolf there, you can just see on the rear quarter. Harry Poppins, I didn't see on Harry Poppins, well we probably did, I just didn't quite notice it. Now then, let's have a look. Is Scott part of this gang, or is he excluded from it? It's like a proper little game this is, isn't it? Hey, Spot the Wolf. We'll have another look at some other cars in a bit. Of course, Frowny, caution. Well, yeah, lots of little private little jokes going off all over the place. But Scott then leading, and leading comfortably at the minute. Enzo Jack in 2nd, Wayne G in 3rd, Harry Poppins in 4th. So no change at the minute from the grid positions, and we are on lap 6, so we are fast approaching. We're halfway. Well, we probably are halfway actually. We're about halfway round now. So these 4 have stayed in their positions. Frowny in 5th, so he's still in there. Then we've got Bazza. He's managed to get ahead of Declan. So Declan and Bazza have just swapped over. Bazza now got a comfortable gap, few car lengths gap between himself and Declan. Then we've got Aussie Rooster, started in 8th and he's still sitting in 8th. Vodka Rob in 9th, he started in 9th and is still in 9th. And then it's just Firepower and Pete that have swapped over, and that's Pete had his little mishap. So everybody pretty much where they started the race, to be honest. Firepower just letting Vodka Rob creep away from him. You can see that Firepower's last lap was a 59.6. Let's have a look. Vodka Rob was a 58.2. So yeah, there was probably a slight mistake there from Firepower, which has allowed Vodka Rob to start creeping away. And then Pete really not enjoying this race. You can see he's not broke the 2 minute yet. but I'm sure it will come. It looks a little bit of lag kicking in as well for Pete, so not the best of starts, but he has got another race to make it up, so I'm sure he'll be back even stronger and quicker in race 2. Back up to the top then with Scott. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for one of them to go across the start finish line, and then we'll do a lap with them, shall we? So Scott going around turn 5 for the 7th time, looking very comfortable. Steady laps as well in the 56. His last one was a 55.9, so he has broken his own fastest lap. So Scott not sparing the horses, is he? He's not sitting back and relaxing. He's going for it. Enzo Jack. Oh, now then, was that a bit of a mistake from Enzo Jack? It's allowed Wayne G to get a bit closer to him, so Wayne G is going to be sniffing all around the back end now as they go down the hill. Is Enzo Jack going to defend it? But no, Wayne G, I think Enzo Jack thought about it, but Wayne G has got himself on the inside as they go into turn 11, side by side. Fantastic racing from these guys. That could have been disastrous, but brilliant stuff. And Wayne G now moves up into second, but Enzo Jack has not finished. Harry Poppins, he fancies a bit of this as well. He's seen the mistake from Enzo Jack and thought, well, if Wayne G can go through, so can I. Almost 3 wide as Enzo Jack pulls to the inside of Wayne G now as they go around turn 14. Enzo Jack still on the inside, picking up a bit of grass, but Wayne G all the way around the outside has managed to hold on to it, and now Harry Poppins is having a look at Enzo Jack as they go through turn 17 onto the start finish straight. Wayne G gets himself a bit of a car length, I think it is, between himself and Enzo Jack. Enzo Jack though has got a bit of a fight on his hands. Oh, as Frowny has a bit of a look at the inside of Harry Poppins, and I think that was a bit of lag kicked in there, because it looked like he actually got inside Harry Poppins' car and then jumped back out again. But Harry Poppins, all the while he's battling to try and get past Enzo Jack. Frowny has just crept up there, a bit like a ninja, really. I don't think anybody saw him coming. And Frowny the Ninja is after Harry Poppins now. What fantastic racing. Harry Poppins has a look at the inside of Enzo Jack as they come to turn 5. Has he got it done up the hill, getting on the power without letting the back end spin out? And I think he has. Harry Poppins has gone into 3rd. Enzo Jack, wow, he's gone from 2nd down to 4th on the same lap. But not finished yet though is Enzo Jack. He's putting Harry Poppins under a lot of pressure now. All of this is playing into Wayne G's hands, because he's being able to just creep away from these boys. Wow, let's jump on board with Enzo Jack. He's into the slipstream down the hill towards turn 11. He gets in the inside of Harry Poppins now. Then can he hold it around that turn? Yes, he can. Oh, and Frowny slips through as well. Frowny has took full advantage and he's gone through. He followed Enzo Jack, stuck in the slipstream, and now Frowny is giving Enzo Jack all sorts of headaches as they come up the hill then towards, where are we? I don't know. Turn 14. Harry Poppins trying to fight off Frowny as Enzo Jack regains that P3 and now wants to concentrate on getting back after Wayne G, who has pulled, well, quite a gap actually. So Wayne G, now he is clear of this group. He can, where is he? There's Scott, right in the distance is Scott. Wayne G will be after him. Enzo Jack holding on to 3rd then as they go into turn 1. Harry Poppins and Frowny still fighting it out. Harry Poppins in 4th, Frowny in 5th. We're back where we were then just a few moments ago. But fantastic racing from these guys. They know each other very well, and it does make a massive difference if you know and trust the guys around you, because you can pull some of these moves off. Brilliant racing from Wayne G and then Enzo Jack earlier. And as I say, it does come down to trusting the guys around you, that they're not going to do something stupid and wipe both of you out. But this is brilliant stuff from these guys. This is definitely where the battle is. Scott has gone. He's missing all of this. Maybe you need to slow down a bit, Scott. You are missing out on all the fun. Wayne G in 2nd, still trying desperately to catch up to Scott and try and put him under a bit of pressure. Maybe a little bit too late though. We are on lap 9. Enzo Jack in 3rd. with Hairy Poppins in 4th and Frowny trying to have a look at turn 11. He's got himself on the inside. Has he got it done? Hairy Poppins having to go the long way round. Another bit of a glitch there from Frowny as Hairy Poppins manages to hold on to P4, and I don't think this battle is going to stop until they cross that line at the checkered flag. We are going to have a look down and see what's happening elsewhere. Bazza in 6th. Wow, he really is on his own, isn't he? Nobody around him, nobody in front, nobody behind. And poor old Bazza, I think he's thinking everybody else has left him. Declan in 7th. He's running a bit of a lonely one as well. Aussie Rooster in 8th. With Vodka Rob in 9th, Firepower in 10th, and Pete down in 11th. So the guys at the back really have spread out, same as Scott out in the front. So we will go back to where the fighting is taking place as we go around to turn 2 into turn 3 for the 10th time. Wayne G in 2nd, Enzo Jack in 3rd, but he's picked up half a second penalty. Wow, that will be a sight for sore eyes from Hairy Poppins. He will have seen that and he'll be encouraged by that, will Hairy Poppins, although he's got Frowny chasing him down. Frowny will also have seen it as I think he's stuck to the back of Hairy Poppins' car. No, there is a gap. I thought he was actually stuck to him, but there is a gap as Frowny really does put the pressure on. And let's jump on board, shall we, with Frowny as we go start into the S sections at turn 7 and 8. Into turn 9, across that little sausage curb, through turn 10 and onto this 800 metre straight. Now you can just see ahead Enzo Jack did pull over to the right to serve his penalty. A bit more defensive than anything, and Hairy Poppins is on top of him, but Enzo Jack has got the inside line as Frowley catches up with a pair of them. Now then, Hairy Poppins, is he going to go around the outside? If he gets this one done, he will be on the inside for the next turn. So Hairy Poppins coming along, he is going to be on the inside for this one. Oh, what happened there? Let's go back and have a look. I was looking at the map really, and all of a sudden Enzo Jack had his arse in our faces. So let's see what happened. So Hairy Poppins through turn 12 gets on the inside. Enzo Jack having to go the long way round into turn 13. Oh, and Enzo Jack just got it completely wrong, and that caught Frowny out as well, and a good old bumper kiss there, and that completely put Frowny off. Enzo Jack allowed to go back up the inside and retake P4. That's what that was all about. I think maybe Frowny might have just backed off a little bit to give the place back to Enzo Jack, but there's not much Frowny could do about that. It just completely thought him out, didn't it? So as they cross the start-finish line to start lap 11, so 3 laps to go, and as I said earlier, they're fighting now for one position on the podium, because I think Wayne G has pretty much secured his spot on the podium. So it is now down to Hairy Poppins, Enzo Jack and Frowny to fight it out for the remaining position, but at the minute Hairy Poppins is holding on to P3, Enzo Jack in P4 and Frowny in 5th as they go down the hill towards turn 5 again. Oh no, Hairy Poppins has got it, well, all sorts of wrong. Let us just follow him through as we go in down the hill. So through turn 4, then we start on down the hill, full throttle all the way down here, going through the gears. Now then, did he just miss his braking point? Oh, it was a wheel on the grass. He just got that left rear onto the grass, and well, that's his podium chance is gone. Poor old Hairy Poppins, that is not what he needed. Now then, the battle for the last position on the podium is between Enzo Jack and Frowny now. Enzo Jack moves up into P3. There is a very slight gap between himself and Frowny, but Frowny is going to do everything he can to close that up. If he is within the slipstream, he will be creeping closer and closer to him as they go down the hill towards turn 11. Frowny not quite close enough this time around. About another 2.5 laps to go though, so he will keep that pressure on as they come up the hill through turn 12 into turn 13. It is Frowny chasing Enzo Jack. Scott and Wayne G are ahead somewhere, but they are quite a distance up the road, and as I say, their podium spots are pretty much secured. Let's just have a quick look. So yeah, Scott ahead of Wayne G, who has now got a comfortable gap on Frowny on the inside of Enzo Jack. Frowny made that move at turn 14. There you go, on to the start finish straight. Oh, again that lag just kicking in, but Frowny then moves up into P3 across the line to start lap 12, so 2 laps to go for these guys. Frowny in P3, Enzo Jack in P4. He's not finished yet. I'm sure we are going to see a bit more racing yet. Harry Poppins, well, desperately trying to catch up, but I think his podium chances have pretty much gone. Let's just have a quick look elsewhere. Bazza in P6, Declan in 7th. Then we've got Aussie Rooster. Well, I think he's gaining. I think Aussie Rooster is gaining on Declan. Has he left it too late? Vodka Rob in 9th with Firepower in 10th, and poor old Pete down in 11th. Scott, well, sewn up. As I say, this race is his to lose now. Same with Wayne G, got himself up there into P2 and just pulled away, hasn't he? Had some fantastic battles mid-race with the guys just behind him, but looking comfortable now. Frowny though in P3 at the minute. Got some defending to do against Enzo Jack. Enzo Jack is in the slipstream, but he's not going to be close enough at turn 11. You can just about make out how banked that turn is. You can really throw the car in there, and these McLarens do actually look quite planted when they go through that turn 11, but they are up now to turn 13. Frowny still holding on to P3. Enzo Jack, if he wants to get on that podium, needs to do something pretty quickly as we go around turn 14 and looking at turn 15. He's only got 1 lap to go, and Frowny is going to do everything he can to keep hold of that third podium spot. We're going to stay with these guys until the end of the race, I think, because this is where the fight's taking place. Oh, as Frowny, I think he did go onto the grass, but the lag pulled him back on again. That is the one time I've ever seen the lag actually play in somebody's favour. You can just make out Harry Poppins there in the distance, but he's not close enough unless these two have a bit of a coming together. Harry Poppins is going to have to settle for 5th, I think. So Frowny still holding on to 3rd at the minute as they start on down the hill towards turn 5. Now this is where Harry Poppins got it all wrong last time. Let's just see if Frowny and Enzo Jack can get through. Yes, they can. Harry Poppins, is it going to be playing on his mind? No, he's forgotten about it. Moved on and made it look easy that time, didn't he? So back up to these two battling away. As I say, I'm going to stay with these two because it's about as close as we've got to a fight, I think, towards the end anyway. There's Frowny doing everything he can to hold on to P3. Now then, if Enzo Jack's going to do it, he needs to do it now. He's not close enough at the end of the long straight into turn 11, and Frowny comes out in P3. So Enzo Jack, I don't think he's close enough to nick that 3rd podium spot. Frowny just needs to keep it on the grey stuff as they go around these final few turns. I'm going to have to go up to our race leader as he comes around the final turn onto the start finish straight. He will be looking at that checkered flag. Well done to Scott, made it look easy. Brilliant win for him. Wayne G, you can see he's pleased with that. He crosses the line in 2nd. Now the battle still raging for the 3rd podium, and well, Frowny's got it. Fantastic racing from Frowny. Enzo Jack, Harry Poppins as well. Brilliant mid-race for these guys. Great entertainment. That crowd on the left really have been treated to a fantastic race in race 1. Bazza across the line in 6th. Aussie Rooster in 7th, so he did catch up with Declan then, so Declan may have had a bit of an issue. I'm sorry we missed that. We were staying with the other guys battling, but Aussie Rooster in 7th, Declan across the line in 8th, Vodka Robbie's going to take 9th, with Firepower crossing the line to take 10th, and Pete, well, a long way off for Pete. Never really recovered after the off he had in the first couple of laps, but he's battled on, he's kept going, so all points to him. He will get points up to 11th, which is well, 6 points. So it's 6 points in the bag then for Pete as he comes around turn 17 for the final time and across the start finish line. He'll go back to the garage and his little restroom, have a cup of tea and some biscuits, and regroup his thoughts. He'll be back for race 2. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these races, then please hit that like button. If you've not already subscribed, if you could do me a massive favour and do so, it does help. And yeah, I will be back for race 2 very shortly.